I'll record this today. Can you guys all see my screen? Okay. All right. So yesterday was a pretty important day in the fact that see that right there? I really want to do it. Go down here. Okay. Now, some people would look at this. Some people have talked about this as being the ultimate level that we needed to climb over. That was the March high at about 2801, 2802. I look at things a little bit differently. I look at things on a closing basis. That's more important. And actually, you see this close here? That was actually a higher close than we had from back in March. All right. And then we exceeded that high yesterday, gapped up and a good high. So even though it's under 2,800, you can see it closed to 2798, 29. The futures are fluttering a little bit. Might be down slightly at the open here. It's what matters most is how we finish today and finish the week. Okay, so I think it was a very positive development. I think you're going to see a lot more people starting to jump in here. We do have a MACD buy signal confirmed over here, and we also have the momentum indicators very, very strong here, and we have a good relative strength move as well too. So overbought, not quite overbought yet. Let me show you the oscillator. This is just the S&P 500, of course. The NASDAQ made a new high yesterday. We pulled down quite sharply when the market sold off on Wednesday in the oscillator here. We were pretty well overdone, and then we came down to right near neutral around 12. So the NIMOT is a little bit more than neutral here. The NAMOT is just about neutral. It's about 11. It was up to nearly 100 on Tuesday. Wednesday pulled down really sharply, and then we bounced back a little bit yesterday because the breadth wasn't all that great yesterday. So this says there might be a little bit more upside to come. It might be slow. The VIX is still down quite a bit from the last couple of days. It's only down a penny right now, 12.57. And as long as the VIX stays down, the market can rise. I mean, that's the nature of the game here. The VIX can rise when the markets are down. So that being said, we're down below moving averages here on the VIX, and that's the moving averages. The shorter term ones are starting to move down. So that being said, let's stay on our toes. We got earnings season coming up here, and it's going to be a little bit dicey. I know a lot of these stocks have run really, really hard in front of earnings. Amazon being one of them, Netflix being another one. We know Netflix has earnings coming out, and even Google, so the FANG stock, right? So we know, Netflix has gone up about $60 in about 6 weeks from the beginning of June. It was about 360. It's up to about 410 right now, so it's about 50 points. That's a big run, and even from the last earnings report, which went up to about 340 or something like that, it's still up about $70 from there. So I think you got to be really, really careful and be selective in some of these names here before we jump in. The Netflix is looking for about a $40 move on Monday after earnings. The straddle is paying $40, so it's about 9% of the price of the stock, a little more than 9% of the price of the stock. So that's a pretty hefty move. It's being a big move is being priced in. I mean, if it goes up $100, I mean, you're going to make a killing on the straddle. But I think a lot of good news in this particular one is probably priced in already. So we'll see what happens. All right. Bank earnings out this morning. Pretty flat response here. I think there's going to be a delayed reaction coming up. So I don't think it's going to be a bad thing. And come back in about a month or so, I think we're probably going to see these banks up a little bit higher. All right. So two other things. First of all, sorry on the microphone there, John. Let me see if maybe it's just a little bit too high here. How's that? Is that a little bit better? Or a little bit too weak? No? Okay, let me, how's that? Is that a little bit better? Unfortunately, my headphones ran out of juice last night, so I am having to recharge those headphones right now. So two things I wanted to share with you. First of all, everybody's here, and I know there's going to be some other people as well too. I need a show of hands of those who would like to participate in a trading event if I put it together out in London early next year. I know Jeremy is here with us, and he's in Australia, and he said he's planning a trip to around England in May. So perhaps we can kind of coordinate a trip around that time period, so he doesn't have to fly back to Australia and then go back to England or something like that. So I know Jeremy would be in. Let me write down some of these. Anybody else who would like to be there to go? Minaj, okay. Jeremy, Leanne, Christopher, I think said he would be in. Dick would like to go but can't commit, so I'm going to put you as a maybe, Dick. All right. Alan, how about you? Oh, Cynthia's going to be in Sweden. Oh, Cynthia's not going to be the same without you. You've been coming to all of our great sessions. Anybody else? Kevin and Lisa are in. Keaton's in. Kev and Lisa. Johnny might be in. I'm going to put you as a maybe, John, with Dick. Let's see. Jeremy's in. Alan's a maybe. And then that's maybe too far out to know right now. Dave, we're probably going to do it in May. I'll check with Jeremy to see where his dates are. Probably early or mid-May. The reason why I'm asking so early, Tad, is because I just wanted to see if this is feasible. This is something we can get together, get going. That's why I know it's so far out. So, anybody else? The doula, Sanjeev, Larry, Jim, Jeff, Greg, Glenn, Andrew, Curtis. Oh, Curtis is in Hawaii, I think. I don't know if he can make it. So Jim's a maybe. Would that be with Lynn too, Jim? Would Lynn be with you as a maybe? Okay. Jeff's a maybe. Okay, well, at least I got some names down here. I'll probably I'll ask again. It's we're in July. We have it'll be 10 months away from now, so we have lots of time to figure it out. So the last thing I wanted to share with you guys is something very, very exciting. And I don't know if any of you guys knew that I had written a book about trading, and the name of the book is called Know Your Options. I've been struggling trying to figure out how we're going to get this thing published. And finally, we bit the bullet and hired this young lady, Michelle, and she's got us up and running and published here. So take a look at this page. Take a look at this page here. We just got this, actually just went up on Kindle store yesterday. Take a look. What do you think? Real expensive, right? 99 cents. So it's on Amazon now, and I'm very excited about it. But so I'm going to ask you guys for some help with this. Okay, here's what I need. We'll have hard copy. We will have hard copy, and when we do, I'll be able to sign books for you and stuff like that. They'll be a little bit more expensive with the trees and stuff like that. So, well, we have to. Larry says it's underpriced. We have to price it this way in the beginning just to get it out there. But so what I need you guys to do, okay, is if you guys buy the book, great. Thank you very much. It's only 99 cents. And I need you to do a couple of things, okay? In the next couple of days or so, I need you to go in and write a review, okay, from the book. Can you guys write a review? And if you can, when you write your review, don't mention me at all in the review. Just focus in on the content of the book. This is a guide. This is what I'm being told how Amazon will handle and manage our ranking on here. Okay. Michelle is counting on maybe getting about 5 to 10 reviews. I told her we'd probably get about 100. So, but with everybody in the room, everybody here, just picks up the book and writes a nicer review. Again, don't mention my name in the review. Just focus in on the content of the book. All right, and that'll be great. It'll be really awesome. So, and we're gonna launch it after we get all the reviews done. And she said that we'll have no problem with this book becoming #1. So I'm really excited about it. It's a good book. I think you'll really enjoy it. I think it's good stuff. I spent a lot of time working on this thing, and I think you'll learn a lot from the book as well too. So, yes, Sanjeev, no problem. I recorded the webinar, so it'll be available. All right, so that's it. Thank you guys for coming and giving me a little bit of feedback on the London thing. Anybody have any questions for me on anything about maybe about Dave's with us, of course, but about the Spread Trader webinar we did yesterday, or anything on the charts, anything that that's on your mind here? $1.33 in Australia. John wanted me to take a look at Red Hat. Well, I'll look at a couple of names if you want. Good move here. Good morning, Kevin. Thank you very much. Good morning to you and Lisa. This Red Hat made a good move yesterday. I mean, the whole group was up strong. This is the one that I really got my focus on, is Workday. It really popped yesterday right through 137. And this one probably maybe has some more room to run over here, especially if it gets over that May high. Had a good run in about 7 or 8 days here back in May, similar to the run that we've had here in June and July. That might be one to take a look at. But that whole group, ServiceNow. I mean, Dave's been talking about this one for 2 weeks now. ServiceNow, Salesforce, of course, was strong again, new all-time high, cleared 145. So nothing wrong with the group here. My favorite one has always been Equinix, and that one at 440. But this is they house all the server farms. This is a good one. You want to keep your eye on this one. So let's see what else. Anything else? You want to take a look at the NASDAQ real quick? Through 7,800, new all-time high on this one over here. This is real strong. Uh, Obviously, Amazon, Apple, and Google helping this one out. Google had an unbelievable day yesterday. We did pretty good with those calls yesterday, right up to an all-time high. And a lot of people were looking at that that level here as okay, we're going to get rejected up here. Well, I mean that could certainly happen, but it didn't happen yesterday. So I tend to think that the odds are going to favor more upside. And take a look at the MACD, everybody. Crossover here. If we stay up today, we'll get a confirmed buy signal on the MACD. Okay. Anybody else? No, your options only came up 5th, huh? Well, we're gonna get more people to find books about employment, prostate, and birthing. Well, I shouldn't be ahead of prostate or birthing, right, Larry? That's funny. But hopefully we'll get ranked a little bit higher off of Amazon in a couple more weeks, right? So once we launch the book. Very exciting though, very fun, very exciting. Really happy. A lot of work to put into it. So finally got around to getting it published here. So and write 5 stars if you can on your customer reviews. You know, thank you all in advance. Banks today going to be mixed. I'll tell you what. I know that it's Friday. Okay. I don't like Wells Fargo here. I have a little bit of it. I'm going to cut it. I know the banks are not up today, but I think we're going to be probably looking at a delayed reaction, which means let's take a look at these in a few weeks. All right. Don't get all stressed out. It's Friday. We've had a really strong week already. What is the S&P 500 up? Something like 2% this week or something like that. 1.43% already this week. The EO is up 4.42%. The Russell is down slightly. The Dow Industrial is up almost 2% this week. So that's a strong week, right? So you're not going to go up like that every single day. Thank you, Jen, very much. So let's just wait and see what happens. Okay, the earnings were pretty decent, and we just need to kind of have to sit back and wait and see how things materialize. I mean, the JP Morgan numbers were good. So we got Bank of America next week. We got Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, those names. So, all right. Well, listen, have a great day, everybody. Thank you again for showing up with me, and thank you for the feedback. And if you're still sitting on the fence for the London thing, I think we need about a dozen people to go before we consider it a go here. So again, we have time. So I got, including Jeremy and myself, looking at about 6 or 7 already so far. So that's a good start. We'll also try and put together another New York trip next year too. Or if not New York, then maybe we were kicking around Palm Beach, Florida, perhaps. So anybody like that idea? I mean, New York would be great, but I mean, maybe we could do Palm Beach. Nick, I think we're looking at middle of May. Could you make it? St. Jeeves likes Palm Beach. No more Lago, Larry. I promise you. Okay, Nick, that's fantastic. I'm going to put you down as a yes on that. Hope maybe Valerie can make it too. That'd be great. All right. Okay, everyone. Well, listen, I'm gonna get ready to go here. We got about 20 minutes before the market opens. I'll see you guys back in the room in a few minutes. Thanks again for everybody for hanging out with me this morning, and I appreciate all your help with the book. And I'll talk with you. I'll see you guys in the room a little bit later. Thanks, everyone. Bye. Yes, Larry, I got you for London. Sorry.